This is Meteorologist Matthew East, and thanks for clicking on to today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. This is the edition for Friday, the second day of January here in 2009. And one more time, Happy New Year to you and yours out there. And a pretty active storm pattern coming up for us. First of all, let's start off with what the overall weather pattern looks like this morning. And we sort of have a broad trough that's swinging into the region today, and that's causing some light precipitation that'll move on through the area. Then our next system already on the map, that's this area of low pressure in the Rockies. That'll swing our way and bring us rain chances on Sunday. First of all, though, this morning, there's a look at the radar, 5 o'clock hours. I'm cutting this video, and you have some snow and mixed precipitation that's going to swing into the mountains over the next couple of hours. And as this moves through the Piedmont, we have a very dry air mass in place here, and temperatures in many spots this morning, again, as I'm cutting this video, close to the freezing mark. So I think as we go through time this morning, especially in the Charlotte and the Triad zones, a little bit of a light wintry mix possible, maybe some sleet or some light patches of freezing rain before things switch over to just some rain showers later this afternoon. This does not look like a big deal right now. The precipitation looks very light, but just don't be shocked if you see some sleet pellets or some very light patches of freezing rain are reported as we go through the first half of the day for today. That clears out, though, by late this afternoon and this evening. Temperature-wise, across the lower 48, there is another big blast of cold air up here in the northern part of the country, but this time around, we're actually going to get some of this milder air to move up in our direction, and we'll have a milder weekend overall, some 50s coming, maybe in some spots up into the lower 60s at some point over the coming weekend. Let's go to the modeling here, and of course a lot of focus still on next week's storm system. I will get to that, so hang with me. First of all, today there goes our weak system pressing on through. That's cleared on out in time for a pretty good looking day tomorrow. Morning sunshine, but clouds are going to be on the increase as we get into the second half of the day tomorrow in advance of our next system. Here it comes, and it looks to bring us some rain as we go through Sunday. Probably beginning in some spots late Saturday night, but certainly Sunday, some rain showers press on through. Then things get tricky. This is Monday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is off of the 060 run of the GFS. And let me say, the European has a vastly different solution in terms of how things are handled temperature-wise and really overall with this next system in the eastern part of the country. But here's the GFS, and it has been trending a little colder over the past few runs. This is 1 o'clock Monday, like I mentioned, high pressure over much of the plains of the Tennessee Valley, and that is enough to drive some chillier air into our area as Monday unfolds. So by 7 a.m. Tuesday, this is what the GFS does. It brings the precip in, and really, notice there's not a tremendously well-defined low pressure associated with a lot of this precip. A lot of it's really just isentropic upglide and overrunning precip that spreads through the southeast on the GFS. So at the 7 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, if you take this run verbatim, that would be a period of some snow in northern North Carolina, maybe in the southern Piedmont. If not snow, then a period of some freezing rain possible before things switch over to rain later in the event. This is 1 o'clock Tuesday afternoon, 7 o'clock Tuesday evening. Certainly by that point, taking the run verbatim, that's all rain across the Piedmont. There the system pulls away. This is valid at 1 o'clock Wednesday. The system is left. We're seeing our next push of cold air move on in. So for the Tuesday system, still a lot more questions than answers. Again, the European, much different, has us in an all-rain scenario. But the trend with the GFS over the last couple of runs has been for it to get a little bit colder. So I still think the window of opportunity for at least a little bit of wintry precip in the Piedmont is with us, especially the northwestern Piedmont. With this next system, especially Tuesday morning. So still something to keep a close eye on over the next few days. And certainly it's going to get colder with time next week. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Thursday afternoon, and that is a big-time blast of cold air. A lot of snow shower activity up in the mountains, and that's really cold air in much of the eastern part of the country. And I think we're going to see a lot of cold air, as I've been mentioning, as we go through the mid-month period here in January. So I think a lot of cold air is on the way, and we'll just have to see how things unfold with that system for next week. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.